Once again, my name is Sergeant Justin Graham. I'm with the San Rafael Police Department. I come to you today with unfortunate news at this point. Our investigators have located a deceased victim that was located on the backside of this apartment complex. We do not yet know the identity of the victim. The Marin County Sheriff's Office will be responsible for making that identification and then notifying the next of kin. Once that process is completed, the name of the decedent will be released. I do not have a timeline on when that will be, but we will notify you once we have the identification. Please, we ask that everyone be respectful of this process and mindful of the families affected by this tragedy. Our efforts remain steadfast, though, as we continue with this intensive investigation. We're asking anyone with information about this fire to please contact the San Rafael Police Department or our partners at the ATF. You can contact the San Rafael Police Department at 415-485-3000, and you can contact the ATF through their tip line, which is 1-888-283-3473. Specifically right now, we're asking for any members of the public that have any photos or video of this incident between the specific times of 5:30 and 5:45 a.m. This will greatly help our investigators try to understand how this fire grew so quickly. Anybody with cell phone video, photographs, or any other video can upload that to the ATF's application called Report It. That can be located and downloaded from both Google Play and the Apple Store. Additionally, members of the public can access the Report It through www.reportit.com. Once again, we want to thank all of our community members who are continuing to help us out. I'm going to turn it over to Quinn, who can speak a little bit more about that.
I want to first express my condolences to the victim's family as that process moves forward. We also remain focused on the 55 or so displaced residents. Today we have been able to get vehicles back to those residents so they can regain belongings. We're working on getting replacement sets of keys. The vehicles are critically important for people to be able to make medical appointments, work, and continue to process as they move forward with their lives. We're also hopeful that potentially as early as this evening, if not by tomorrow, we'll be able to move a good amount of folks out of the shelter and into short-term housing options, with some long-term housing options possibly as early as next week. And again, I want to thank all of our partners for their efforts, especially the Canal Alliance, who is handling all the individual case management. And again, encourage everyone to please hold off on any physical donations at this time. Cash will really help us in getting these folks into housing options and helping them start rebuild and replace the things that they've lost through this tragedy. Thank you.
Thank you, Quinn. And again, we also extend our condolences to the families in this difficult process, and again, ask for the public's respect as we make our way through this process. With that, I'll open it up to any questions.
How is the ATF assisting with the investigation?
Special Agent Toba Awolola with ATF. ATF, I have a certified fire investigator on scene, and they are responsible for doing scene assessment, and at the same time is responsible for making origin and cause. ATF is also assisting with interviews, with canvassing the neighborhood, and also interviewing the families of those who were involved.
Sergeant Barker, earlier you said that the building's too unstable to go in. So where did you find the deceased person? Did you have people go in, or was it a perimeter area?
It was found on the back side of the apartment complex. I don't have the specific exact location, but it was towards the back side. I don't have that specific information, and the identity of the deceased, I don't have that information yet either. The identity will be released by the Marin County Coroner's Office. I'll find out the information for you about how specifically the deceased was found.
And what are you doing to find the other person?
We're continuing, as I stated earlier today, we remain steadfast in our investigative process. While we have multiple parts going on all at the same time, we're still trying to work on locating the missing persons, the other two missing persons, and we don't have any information right now to correlate that the 2 missing people are related to the deceased that was found as of yet.
Just sorry to be clear, there's 1 deceased person and still 2 missing people.
That's correct. So right now, we can't make any assumptions. The Marin County Coroner's Office will work on that identification. But as of right now, we have 2 missing people still, and then we're working on the identification of the deceased victim.
And then what about, we've got bulldozers and backing. What are those, this large-scale operation, what is that all for?
So this is the equipment that's going to help us get through a lot of the debris so that our investigators can get further into the apartment safely. There's a lot of debris that needs to be removed, but it needs to be done carefully and methodically. We don't want to pass up any type of evidence or anything that would be crucial to the investigation. So it's going to take a while for this to happen. We expect to be here at least through Monday. And so we've got to do it right. We have to do it safely, and that's what the equipment is here to help us do.
Do you have an origin of where the fire started yet?
Not yet. Our investigators are working on trying to figure that out as we speak. There's conversations about trying to figure that out, and it's a very involved process. I would almost call it scientific as far as trying to work through that.
We've heard from some residents that a lot of fireworks have been tied to this area and so forth. Is there any evidence that it could be firework related?
It's too early to tell. Again, we're trying to figure out origin and cause at this point.
And what is the process that you're going to be using and trained in terms of being able to go in and see if there are any other remains in the building?
We're actively doing that now. That's why the equipment is here, but we have to, like I said, do it methodically. The equipment helps get us a lot of the debris out of the way, but we have to actually go through that debris as well. So it's a very involved process, but we are making our way further into the building as we continue with this recovery operation.
And how late are you planning to work on this tonight?
We're planning to work all the way through Monday to get this done.
Overnight?
If it requires that, yes. Anyone else? Thank you for your time. All right.